Welcome to our newest tutorial video. In this comprehensive guide, we delve into the powerful world of Excel functions, specifically focusing on sum functions. These functions are essential for efficient data analysis and manipulation, allowing you to perform complex calculations with ease. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced user, our step-by-step instructions will enhance your Excel skills. Enjoy the learning experience, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you find the content helpful.
In this module, I want to look at the sum functions. I want to look at the basic sum function, the SUMIF, SUMIFs, SUMPRODUCT, and SUMSQ. Now, starting off, I'm going to do the basic sum function. Now, there are several places you can get the sum function in Excel. On the Home tab, over on the right, you've got the sum function here. On the Formulas tab, if I go into the Formulas tab, you've got the sum function there. Coming back to Home. And you've also got the key command, which is Alt equals. So I'm just going to activate the sum function from the Home tab. When you click on the sum function, it basically grabs wherever it can see in terms of figures. If there aren't any, it just sits there with an open and close bracket. So if I just cancel that off for a second and click over here, out of the way, in fact, right out of the way, see what happens here. It still sees that, so it can pick it up. Sometimes though, if I go into a blank sheet, let's do it there, it can't see anything, so it just sits like that, waiting for you to select an area, which you can do, and it will then pick up whatever goes inside that area. Just cancel that one off and go back onto the front sheet. So if I want the sum for this list cost, I can do that, or I can do Alt equals, which is what I'm going to do, Alt equals, which is exactly the same as clicking that. Now I want this list, so I'm clicking at the top. And if this list is, say, 10,000 rows deep, I can use this set of key commands, Control Shift and the down arrow, and it will jump down to the bottom of that list, which is really cool. If it's just a short list, you can select it with your mouse. I'm going to tick that and get the answer. And just to check this, if you highlight this list over on the right here, you have a redirector, which is only active when you highlight some figures, and it's the same figure. So that was the sum function. Now, the SUMIF, the next one, is a qualifying sum. Only add things up if you find the qualifier or the category. So let's have a look at that one. So I'll go equals SUMIF, pressing my tab key to get the bracket. So the SUMIF function wants the range to look down for the criteria. So I'm going to select this list, looking down this list, comma, for the car. So every time I see the word car, comma, I want it to add up the cost. Closing the bracket, clicking the tick, and it comes up with the amount for the car, 1200. So it's seen car there, 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 and there. So it's seen 4 cars, and it's added those up. That's the SUMIF function. Now SUMIFs gives you the option to have multiple criteria, so I'll do that one next to this. So it's equals SUMIFs with an S, pressing tab to get the bracket. It's asking for the range first, so I'm going to select the cost column, comma. Now it's asking for the criteria. So the first criteria is going to be the region, comma, is equal to east. So I'm only going to add it up if it's in the east, comma. Then the second set is column B. I'm going to look down column B, comma, for the word car. And then I'm closing that bracket. So I've got 2 criteria there and looking at 2 different columns. Tick that, comes up with a figure, same as that one. So that's worked. Now SUMPRODUCT, there's a few functions that do the same sort of thing as SUMPRODUCT. Let's have a look at this one. So this one is multiplying this column by that column. And then I'll show you what the answer would be anyhow, just so you can see it does work. So if I go equals SUMPRODUCT, comes up there, I'm pressing tab so I don't have to type the whole thing. I'm highlighting column C, comma. Now I'm highlighting column D, like so. Closing the bracket, clicking the tick, comes up with that figure. So basically what it's done there is multiplied one by the other. That's the default setting. So if I just check that, so if I go equals that times that, tick that formula, just double click that down. Not worried about the hashes, but at the bottom there, if I just go Alt equals and tick that, let's see what the score is. 194,000, which is the same as that, so it has done the same thing. It's just basically multiplied one column by the other, sum product. Let's get rid of that. Now the last one I want to do is sum square, and let's get rid of that. Sum square. So I've got D2 and D4 there, so I'll just do it initially. You've got 255 commas you can have in that, but I've just done 2. Sum square of, first off that cell, let's just see what that looks like. 4 is the square of 2, 2 times 2, but if you put another one in there, it's going to add them up. So if I put 4 in there, so that's 16 and 4, the answer should be 20, and it is 20. So it's adding up whatever you select the square root of. So, not the square root, the square of. So 20, that's the 4 and the 16. So that's some of, but not all of the sum functions, but it's all I'm going to cover on this little session. Hopefully this information's of use to you. Thank you for your time. I'll catch you on the next one.